time to travel here to Benson. Thank you for hosting this town hall and allowing us the opportunity to voice our concerns. My name is Kristin Bidegain, and I live here in Benson with my husband and 2 children. Benson is a special rural town with a beautiful small town atmosphere. I feel strongly that if this aluminum plant were to go in, it would greatly interfere with the comfortable enjoyment of life. The hazardous air pollutants that would be emitting from 5 stacks 24/7 will be injurious to our health. The odor of hydrochloric acid or hydrogen chloride will be offensive to the senses. And I think you should know that when ADI tried to set up in the previous rural town of Gila Bend, there were a couple stipulations specifically about hydrogen chloride and the odor that they would not agree to. So not only would we have to smell the offensive odor, it will also be harming us. The lack of oversight requiring environmental studies, given this location's proximity to the San Pedro River and vulnerable populations, is nothing short of indecent. As you've heard multiple times tonight, all of us we had no idea about this up until probably maybe in June, around the summer. And then we had our city manager on the news media saying, all permits are in place, it's a done deal. So that piqued my interest, going, how did this transpire? After doing numerous public records requests, we have some major issues going on here at our local government level and at the county level. Just a couple I wanted to touch on really quick, where that original 300-foot notice letter that went out, it listed 10 parcels when in reality it became 7. It says it was going to be a special exception request when really it was a conditional use permit. But with this letter, what I really wanted to touch on was that nursing home that you saw today and those apartment complexes that are directly closest to this site, with the exception of a few private residences. The property owners received notice, but the tenants and the residents of the nursing home had no idea. They still might not know. That seems like a huge environmental injustice. When the county's development planner put on the EDI show for the city of Benson's planning and zoning, she mentioned that in addition to the notification letter going out, there was the posted sign on the property. Again, this is an error that it says 10 parcels instead of 7, yada yada. Touch with that sign, I have it printed out here. It was posted on one of the parcels. Contained in the conditional use permit. And this is posted on a dead-end road that leads to a rail storage yard.
Oh, is that where it is?
No one would see this unless you worked on these rail cars. It's a dead-end short road here. Okay. Here's the conditional use permit. It lists the zoning as light industrial. It's heavy industrial. Here's the letter.
This is going well.
Here's the letter, I think someone else mentioned, where our police department is being assigned to provide security for ADI 24/7. It's not signed by our chief of police. All of a sudden, we have an interim chief of police. Outside of that, there's a whole lot more, and I can give you the list. But I do feel bad for our Planning and Zoning Commission, that I do feel like, to some sense, the Cochise County Developmental Director came in and presented this. That would be like your boss recommending for you what to do. We had ADI representatives saying, it's all about just the building being 88 feet tall, and oh, there's one water tower. They left off the mention of the 5 stacks at 100 feet tall. No mention at all. They say we have a pretty good record of building facilities. They failed to mention the record of adhering to the Clean Air Act and Clean Water Act. So it goes on and on. Ultimately, ADI preyed on our rural town, and we were the perfect victim. A desperate, incompetent city government who's obviously easily bought. Money talks louder to our local leaders than the safety and health of the people who live here. We were unknowingly sold. Please file an injunction to stop this plant from harming our future, and please restore law and order at our city and county government level.